like to talk about zero week, or actually, basically, yeah, the entire zero week that you get to basic training. Um, so what happens is when you fly into San Antonio, usually you fly in, you pretty much get there pretty late. I got there probably around 10:45, maybe yeah 10:45 or 11, and you go to the USO, which is you'll find that there's probably signs and stuff pointing on that. I don't remember, but you'll go to the USO and there'll be probably tech sergeants or master sergeants that are sitting at the table outside the USO, and they'll check your ID if you have an ID, and they'll mark you off, and then you'll sit in a kind of like a formation with four elements. You'll sit in the formation and you will wait, and when there's a lot of people there, you'll get on a bus, and that bus will take you to Lackland. And when you get to Lackland, you will go to a building right next to the drill pad where you'll have the coin ceremony at week 8. You'll go to that building, and there'll be a big auditorium, and everyone will be there. So what happens is they'll give you a folder, and actually, no, they won't. They won't give you a folder. You'll sit there, and they'll have folders, and that's basically the start of your in processing. Is when you're in the auditorium, and you'll sit there and you'll wait with all your bags and shit, and they'll start calling names, and when your name is called, you'll say here sir or here ma'am, and then you'll be told to go up to the next floor in the building, and right there you'll get your foot skins, which are pretty important. So you'll take your shoes off and you'll stand on this scanner, and it'll scan your feet, and it'll determine the weight, like how the weight is dispersed on your foot, and you'll get that, and you'll get a box lunch, and you'll go into a room where you will get a parka, and what else do you get? I think you get a mesh bag. I don't remember what's in it. You get your parka, your IRS parka. So you will, after that, you'll eat, and then when they tell you to stop eating, you'll throw everything away, and you'll get in a line. And this line, you're pretty much heel to toe with the person in front of you. Like your heels will touch, or your toes will touch the back of their heels. That's how close you are to them. You're standing at attention, and you'll just stand there and wait. And we were standing there for probably about 10 minutes, standing there not making any noises or anything. And they will, well, they'll call you up. They'll call you by name, and then you will line up. So they separate you based on the roster that they have, and when they call your name, then you will line up. And then one line at a time will get on buses, and those buses will take you to your dorms. And then there you will meet your MTI, who ours was Technical Sergeant Cousins, and we were at the 323rd, which is Disneyland. And it's probably one of the most stressful nights of your life. You'll get there, and they'll, right then and there, they will put you in a formation, and they'll teach you how to stand at attention, and they'll teach you how to give a reporting statement, which is sir or ma'am, trainee, whatever your last name is, reports as ordered. So mine was sir, trainee man, reports as ordered, or ma'am, trainee man, reports as ordered. You'll get really good at saying that, and you'll practice a bunch of times, and that is pretty much every time you want to talk to an MTI, that is what you have to say first. And if you don't, then they will kill you spiritually. And then basically the rest of zero week is you getting acclimated to the military life. After you meet your MTI, we went up to the dorm. We walked into the dorm. Obviously, we lined up out in the hallway. Then he let us in the dorm. He said find a locker. So everyone stood next to a locker, and he said put your finger on the number on top of the locker. So everyone put their finger on it, and then he said say your number. And so everyone was saying their number, and then he said say it again, and then say it again, and then say it again. We said it like 15 times. And he said that'll be your locker. Then there's a bunch of stuff in the locker. There's a security drawer, a bunch of like pens and pencils and rulers and highlighters and Sharpies and all sorts of stuff that you'll need. You'll take all that out of the packaging, you'll put it in there, and then you'll have your bag, your carry-on or whatever that you took on a plane. All your personal stuff, you'll empty it out and they'll walk through it and make sure that you don't have anything illegal like weapons or drugs or alcohol or anything that's illegal, I guess. And then they will tell you to put a bunch of stuff in a certain order. I actually have the sheet. This is the sheet that you'll get. It has all the stuff. It's got like valuables and authorized and unauthorized items. And this is where you will stand. Like you stand near your wall locker, and then this is the center aisle. So this is where your wall locker is. This is where you stand. This is the civilian stuff. This is your authorized items and unauthorized items, like your cell phone. Yeah, and it's a cell phone battery and envelope with your name on it. But don't worry if you have like a smartphone, like an iPhone. I had an iPhone, and it doesn't matter if you have a battery or not. Make sure you also bring your phone charger as well, because some people didn't bring it, and it got to like 7th week or something like that. Their phone wasn't charged, so they had to borrow someone else's to make phone calls home, which kind of sucks, if you ask me. But let's see. And then after that, you will go to, well, we went to the day room, and that's where the MTI gave us our orientation brief, which basically is like, welcome to basic. You're here for 8.5 weeks, which is about 59 days. Basically, it's telling you like what is expected of you. Like PT is 6 days a week. You wake up at this time, you go to bed at this time. Yeah, so, and then about that time it's probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and you go to bed. Well, yeah, 2 or 3, probably 2:30, in between 2 and 3. The MTI puts you to bed, and so a lot of us, like, we didn't sleep. It was a really rough night, and they wake you up at, Reveille goes off at 4:45 in the morning, but the MTI will be there and they'll tell you to go back to sleep until probably about 8 or 9, and then you guys will get up. I honestly don't really remember much of 0 week. A lot of it was just in processing, like you'll go to certain buildings, you'll pretty much study your BMTSG, you'll learn all about hydration, and you'll drink a lot of water. You'll be utilizing the latrine a lot of times during the day. And then usually, I think Friday you get your ABUs, and you get your first haircut, and then I think Friday or Saturday you go to the church for the first time, and you learn about church, which is really highly recommended. And then Sunday is the first day of first week, and then so first week is usually all appointments, like you'll go to medical, and you'll go to dental, and you'll go to the optometry, and you'll go to finance, and all that stuff. So yeah, the first week, 0 week and first week are really all about in processing, and it's really about getting used to waking up at a certain time and being told what time to eat, what time to use the latrine, what time to study. So yeah. So I hope this was of use to somebody who's leaving for basic either soon or whatever. I heard there have been some rumors going around that basic is 6 weeks long, but I haven't really seen anything official. So as far as I know, it's still 8.5 weeks, so about 59 days. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me anyway, whatever, and I'll go ahead and answer it, and I will see you later.